So poetic, mental waves are magnetic. Yeah, I come from a line that's legal and majestic. Find me at the river, taking a break, call it respite. It's not a promise, that's a gift. That's why we gifted. Consume the great thighs of the spiritually lifted. And after I bust a nut, I thank my wife, cause now I'm lifted. Higher than Keith Murray and John Legend, getting lifted. Peace to all of these shots, working in religion, getting lifted. These diamonds in my hands, oh, they shimmering. I got my own project and it's called By Shinanin. Competing with these losers, so yeah, I'm about to win again. Go eat your pump a nickel while I enjoy my raisin cinnamon. If you're a bigot, get out my face. You're Skittle Zimmerman. Lots of fake people who never met real ruffians. From the tabernacle, take out the ribs after that. Eat the atoms after. It's only right that I'm spitting from the rotten apple. Baba Will is the name and Crypto Wonders the handle. They envy me cause I'm a seed sport for God's tree. And I protect my family and keep them from harm's reach. It's so amazing how you abandon truth and choose heresy. Lacking discipline, morals, including integrity. Introducing the movement, facts over illusions. One thing's for certain, the truth can never be disproven. I cook this ready rock of lineage, it's royal stock. Mess around, burn your house and have your heads chopped. Yeah, it's 1804, Napoleon got rocked. And I respect the giants, the book of Enoch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Time's collapsing, the money is magic. Checking code, making sure that the math passes. They show their asses in order to steal assets. Expose snake sackers when we cut these crypto grasses. You better learn, homie, to protect these keys. Don't bend on knees, sucking off fake furu honorees. Nah, we tell the truth and it hurts. See the difference with a man hard at work or just a jerk. I know the bear market making your soul struggle. It's all puzzles, watching Twitter, royal rumbles, but remain humble while the proud and vain stumble. They feign judgment, but they ain't from the same jungle. Round here, we the lions, tigers, and bears holding the holy grail. Yeah, crypto conciliaires. This is Pulse Nation, the dimensional safe haven. They could never break us. Phony financial fakers, I'm out.
Oppressive nature, they going after freedom fighters. For some in the Hex community are nothing but snakes and vipers. They want you to follow people who are grifters, cowardice liars. How can you say the t-shirt rate can't help the Hex price go higher? How can you say I'm an old griot who talks about the dirty fiat? And some chicks with fatties will give you a quick $1.50. We move shifty, begging the community to break us. You sound silly. Imagine a builder making me change my name to Toby. Now who's he? Another clown who likes to double talk. Spends hours on the spaces just to erase what he records. A lost cause with no fucks given, but we winning as long as we hold a Hex, post chain and post sex token. Let's get it.
What up, y'all? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Checks my pulse, says happy Labor Day to y'all. Happy holidays to y'all who celebrate out in the western side of things, specifically the U.S. It's a holiday today. Salute to y'all. Greetings, good wishes, all that great stuff. Yes, we're going to start this week off right. As usual, we're going to start this week off strong. Some of y'all are hours ahead. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody living in the future right now. From where I'm broadcasting, there's some people, billions of people living in the future right now. Salute to y'all. And those of you that are living in the past right now, salute to y'all too. You know, it's real. I try not to lie. You know, I really do. I really try not to live in a state of lying deception, and craziness. Yes, I do. I try not to do things to trick people, to coerce, to influence, to deceive, to steer. I try not to do these things. I don't even try. I really make an effort as best as I can. But when I get excited about something and I talk about it, if that may translate to you in a way where it's well received, then I mean, what can I say? But to outright come on and just try to convince you to believe in what I talk about, I don't do that. I just speak it from my perspective, like, yo, if something is just real important to mention, I'll talk about it. If something needs to be dissected, something needs to, some type of breakdown needs to take place, that's what I'm going to do. And leave it right where it belongs, right here on the internet. And I'll also take it a step further and add my 2 cents. So there's only so impartial I could be, but so objective and so impartial, especially with this crypto thing, that I'm still more excited about today than I was yesterday. Like, yo, I'm looking forward to what the future will bring. I'm not going to allow the short-term, immediate, nonsensical foolishness and distraction to take me off my course. Academaciated. What's up? He says, morning all. Morning to you. Good day to you. Human Hex TFK, what's going on? Good morning to you. Good morning. Great morning. Grand rising, as some circles say. Grand rising. Top of the morning. What's happening? Dennis Anderson, great time, good times ahead. Yes, great times ahead. Great times ahead. Great times ahead. Don't lose sight of that. In life, there are great times ahead. Amidst all the trials and tribulations, we have to always know that these things are temporary. They come and they go. That's why when the moments are here, especially the great ones, we cherish. We hold on to those moments. Because we can't stop them from coming. If we're patient, we're allowing them, we're preparing ourselves to be the recipients of an abundance of rewards to come in many shape, form, or fashion, by way of health, wealth, for sure, those of us who are here, absolutely, stability, prosperity, right? Peace. Oh, yeah. Some of these things you can't put a price on. Some of us are here, we want to deal with financial troubles. That's why we're here. We want to be able to get rid of debt, pay our bills in a way where we don't have to suffer from check to check. Become sort of like more independent, where you don't have to depend on working for someone else, allowing someone else to become more rich, enriching the lives of your employer. Maybe some of us may want to not only retire from our daily grind, but assume a new role, right? In other words, continue to remain productive. You want to start your own business. Maybe you want to donate your time and really do some great work in the community without even requiring some form of monetary compensation, because you know you're taken care of already, but you want to give back, contribute in the best way that you can, because you can. Why aren't these things in store for us? Why shouldn't you want to envision these things? Why shouldn't you really want to dream about that? Right? Visualize it and make it become, so it can become closer, make it become closer and closer to you, where it becomes a film. It feels that much more real. You attract it more, and you dismiss and dispel the nonsense, because it will always be distractions. There will always be people here to try to tell us that we're crazy, that we're lying to ourselves, we're fooling ourselves, that we're rugging ourselves, right? We're wasting our time. No, not at all. Don't buy into it, folks. Because I didn't see a cataclysmic event occur anywhere where it shut down the internet. I didn't see, God forbid, some type of EMP attack that attacked all the world global grids. I didn't see that take place, right? Even when we were all forced to remain prisoners in our own homes 2 years ago, lasted 2.5 years in some places. Over here in New York, it was 2.5 strong. They still couldn't shut down the internet. We still here. In other words, there was still opportunity. And it was during that period was the last bull market when we were all experiencing a global lockdown. Even in a period where things were dire, scary, confusing, miserable, even throughout all that, there was another aspect of life that if you were not tapped in, but if you were tapped in, if you were not tapped in, that's unfortunate. But if you were tapped in, oh man, did the previous bull market, did that not balance out the shenanigans and weird, scary, intimidating, harrowing experiences that we had to undergo for 2+ years? Against our will? Come on now. 1337 Hex, I see you. Yo, Coin Critic, I see you. Good morning to you, sir. Still here. Those of us who stuck around, we're still here. And we're here. And guess what? The beat continues to go on. The beat will go on. Life will continue. And that's what's happening here. While we're existing, while we're living, while we're appreciating everything that's in store for us, we also have to take care of ourselves during the whole entire process. And the internet, depending on what you take in and expose yourself to, will have an impact, will have an effect. And when you're listening to people who have nothing but vitriol and animosity and deep-seated hatred, they experience self-loathing, right? And it spills out on the internet through their messaging. Block yourselves from all that. Protect yourselves from all that. Okay? Because you can, if you're not careful, right? You might see something, see a post you don't like. You might hear a message you didn't think you needed to hear, and it could change your mood instantly if you're not careful. and cause you to become emotional, cause you to think irrational, and make a decision because you feel a certain way of discomfort. It'll force you to make a rash decision that you might not be able to recover from at some point. May or may not. Because I can't predict and tell you what the market is going to do in momentarily. I can't. No one can. If they tell you that, they're lying. If they tell you that, they can tell you when the market is supposed to, rage, bells and whistles, rockets going straight into the stratosphere, into space, moon talk, everybody green, green, green. No one can tell you when. But I have to respect history and respect cycles and respect how those markets outperformed their predecessor every single time. So I'm looking forward to a great bull cycle. The the real bull cycle. Looking forward to it. But then again, we can't forget those of us who've been here for a while, we've seen a lot. Sometimes we've seen so many things, it's just too much to even say. It's just too much to talk about. Like, out of the years I've been creating content, let me tell you, whatever number of videos, it says 1,000 videos, right? In 7 years, right? Give or take. I might have scratched the surface, maybe, out of that, all those hours, all those videos, like for all those years, I might have scratched the surface on the stuff that I've seen that I haven't even been able to utter. And it's the same for everybody else because it's just too much. We're in a space where it's rapidly moving. It moves every day. Things are happening. You miss a week in crypto, as far as like you take a break from crypto for a week, you're losing out on a month's worth of information, a month's worth of news, a month's worth of development equivalent to. If you would have taken a week off between last Monday and today, just in Pulse Chain alone, you would have missed a hell of a lot going on, yo. A hell of a lot going on. And that's why I say, and that's just a week. So imagine you've been around for years. It's too much to take in unless you're gifted and you can regurgitate every single occurrence that, scrolled across your desk. It's too much to speak about. So I take certain things like of what's important, and that's what I give as far as share, or what I think maybe can be of value to the viewer or the listener. And I'm about to show something. Right? I'm gonna share the screen in a moment right now. And we have to break something down. Well, I say we. I appreciate y'all for watching. Right? I say we because I'm interacting with you good people in the chat. We have to take something into consideration here, y'all. When I say hiding in plain sight, as I titled this, Dennis Anderson said, my wife be like, you still banking on this crypto dream, huh? I know. My wife and kids laughed at me these last couple of days, yo. They straight up laughed. And I couldn't blame them. I laughed along with them. They laughed at me. They were like, yo, Wonder, you're scammed. You got scammed, bro. The whole thing with don't get scammed, man. And it's like as if my family looked at me and said, you got scammed, man. Like that, and laughed. And I God bless them, because I laughed with them, yo. I hear you. I'm gonna be like, you still holding on to this crypto dream, huh? I'm holding on while others around me lose hope. Yes, it's that happens. That's all the time too. That's every cycle. Because people are people. People gave up this weekend because of the debacle that took place with that DEX. People gave up this weekend, and they said they given up. They announced it. They made posts, and they said they're done. It happens all the time. ATX crypto in the building, y'all. If y'all don't know, ATX is a member of the Pulse Nation Collective, content creator, solid guy, yo. Solid. When I tell you solid, yo, go follow that gentleman if you haven't already. Subscribe to his channel, watch his content. Glad to see you, ATX. What are we doing, sir? Good sir. And like the gentleman said in the beginning of the day, the beginning of the chat, happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I can't even talk, people. Happy Labor Day to everybody. AT, why are you laughing, yo? Why are you laughing already? What's going on? Jay Everything, what's happening? Jay Everything, gratitude. What we doing, Jay Everything? Gratitude. I'm still waiting for Twitter. To be respectful and give me my blue check. And Twitter has been letting me down. Mr. Musk, I know I am one out of 8 billion people out here. You will never hear my voice, sir. And it's okay. But at least I tried. Okay? I'm waiting on your customer service. Sir, I'm not pleased with the service. Not at all. I paid my money. You respect my money, right? Right? You know, it's one thing when people listen, man, when I was going to school, right? They did everything up front to make sure your financial aid was done so you could register. Before you could even register, you needed to make sure you were approved for some financial aid. Oh, you need loans? Oh, yeah. You better make sure your loans are approved and dispersed. Never touch your hands. But when the school needs to give you a refund, don't hold your breath. You will wait forever. And it's their fault, their mistake, their mess up. And it's your money. It's not your money. Don't get scammed, man. And when was I getting scammed? Going to those higher levels of those schools, man. And that's how I feel with this Elon Musk situation. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. I digress. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I get a little emotional behind it because the little coins, the coins that I invested to participate in that platform and have a good time, having a little blue check. You know, I could have invested in Pulse Chain. I could have, yeah. So that's why I'm highly irritated. I'm a little annoyed. Just a little. I feel like I got scammed, man. Mix. My glasses. See, I need to do a donation phase for my glasses because that's another story for another day. Mix, aka J Soul says, don't look for sympathy. Keep grinding and seeking the truth. There you go. Don't look for sympathy. Keep grinding. Don't look for sympathy. Keep grinding and look for the truth. Keep grinding and seek the truth. There you go. Don't be distracted. Stay centered. Move forward. But wait till I gotta greet the people in the chat first before we get into the thing I want to really talk about that really I think is important. And go through the chat. ATX made a good video today. Did ATX make a good video today? I need to go check that out. ATX, if you drops after I do this stream, I will check that out, and I'll ask everyone in the chat to please go watch a video from ATX if it was today or his latest video, because this guy has been consistent. And the last stream he did as far as Pulse Nation that I was honored to be a part of, when he introduced that chart with the green glowing neon green columns, fire. Okay. Be Weezy, shout out to K4K for Be Weezy. It's 12 o'clock, give or take. For some people, it's a different time. Be Weezy. This is what we're doing this early. Be Weezy. We Be Weezy. We can't be doing this right now, man. He said, shout out to K4K for blocking. You know what? Because Be Weezy. You ready for you? Bless you. This early. This is what we doing, bro. This is what we doing. My goodness. I hope K4K is okay. I really do. Because that guy used to put in a lot of work with Pulse X and it's gone through some changes. And as recently, he's presented himself again, but he's shilling other coins. I hope he's okay. Yes, sir. Orez Evatigen. Sup, peoples? What's up with you? I hope I did not butcher your name, but it's all respect. And we're live. What's up, Maddie? Maddie all in Hex Therapy. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well, man. And listen, man, when you've heard me say, and we're live, I'm not trying to make fun of you, man. It's just how I process information. And that and we're live is something that resonates with everybody who's heard your streams over the years. No one could take that away from you, sir. Ever. Glad you came through, man. Glad you're here. Mix who K4? Oh, that K4 is a streamer. He's a streamer. It's K4K. He's a streamer. But he doesn't stream as much. He took a break. Hex streamer. Pulse X really took a break, and then he came back and he's talking about some alien coins right now. And bless his heart all day. Appreciate ATX says he appreciates AT's comments. Oh my. This oh come on. We can't be doing this right now. No. Wait. Sack for glasses. I can't do the donate. We're not doing donations. We're not doing
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. Before I continue this message, donations. Gifts. More gifts.
We not. Maddie said, post a donation at nah. That's too much for me right now. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Man, he said post a donation address for your glasses. No, no, can't do it. Not this cycle. Can't do it right now. B Weezy says 9 a.m. for me. Oh, B Weezy is too early. It's too early for all this. B Weezy. B Weezy is too early. It's too early, man. But I hear you, man. Just be you. I'm just talking mess. I'm talking mess. Heard he got abducted. Oh, see. Come on. See, we not listen. I can't with y'all. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. He said donations and he's laughing. Jay, everything. Okay, so look, hiding in plain sight. This is what I mean by hiding in plain sight, right? I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Bear with me because I don't have my skills up to date. That's why I'm sharing screens and this technology. All you young people got it sewn. For me, I gotta go through these steps and clicks and But I'm gonna pull up this. All right. This is a tweet from Buck, from General Buck himself. We're going to break this tweet down because when I read this tweet, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I ain't like it. We're going to read it real quick because I know sometimes TLDR. So he writes this tweet. This was written yesterday, 7:50 p.m., September 1st. So he goes like this: when you rug from places like India and Russia, you get away with it. All right. I'm just going to let my spirit flow because if I go through the line for line, it's going to be hours long. So who cares? But the first thing he said already caught me in a straight red flag to me, man. When you rug from places like India and Russia, you get away with it. And then he writes, note, I'm an expert when it comes to both countries. Oh, really? You're an expert when it comes to both countries. Really, sir? You're an expert when it comes to both countries. Okay. You're an expert when it comes to both countries. I have years of experience. I have years of lived experience doing business with both. Case study. The founder of BitConnect, Satish Kambani, committed a $2 billion fraudulent actual Ponzi and is living the high life there. Most of you can't remember his name, let alone pronounce it. Wait a minute. Let me just break this down because first of all, let's go back real quick. This is your leader, your esteemed leader. I've made fun of this man because his jokes, but I made fun of him because he a year ago called a Spaces that lasted 7 hours. The Spaces was called something to the effect of the elephant that's not in the room. It was something to talk about Richard Hart not being around anymore. This is before Richard Hart got served or got, investigated, put on notice with SEC. And this was also before the movie, The Highest of Stake, came out. He had a 7-hour stream that was initially recorded and then it was erased. But the stream was to rally all the builders and founders and leaders of this community to talk about how they're going to move forward and guide, right, in Richard's absence, how they're going to lead the community. Where, I don't know. In that 7-hour Spaces, he mentioned at least twice. He mentioned twice that the RH Maxis were doing things in bad faith, being Maxis. He mentioned that the RH Maxis were toxic. This was in, I want to say, late July of last year, 2023. Okay. He mentioned that because the RH Maxis were toxic and doing things in bad faith, in other words, pushing Richard Hart's principles. That's what the RH Maxis were doing, myself included, pushing Richard Hart's principles. That the RH Maxis, that the leaders on that call, some of your favorite of the favorite coin founders and leaders and this, the leaders on that call needed to find a way to come together to break the toxic RH Maxis. He said it twice at least. That did not resonate well with me at all ever since. I want to say maybe the fall of last year, I sent him a tweet. Hey, he changed his name. It wasn't General Buck. It was something else with the blackface avatar that he used. Said, hey, what did you mean when you said you all as leaders had to get together and break the Maxis? What did you mean by that? His response was, of course, something to the effect of, well, I'm not sure if that makes any sense. I wouldn't say anything of that sort. It's quite preposterous. I wouldn't. That doesn't make sense. I would never say anything of the sort. Of course, you could say that because I didn't have a chance to record it. I didn't record it, and they erased the 7-hour recording. So it's convenient. It's convenient to me at the time. That's how I felt, for him to, right? Not own up to what he said. It's convenient for him to lie about it. Ever since then, people, because I kind of like felt funny about him. I followed my intuition to the best of my ability, even though I'm not always great at it. Felt something was off with him, and that confirmed it. And here we are now. This is why I should have just prefaced all this before I even read this tweet. He starts it off by saying, again, when you rug from places like India and Russia, you get away with it. How do you know this? How do you know you get away? Why would you generalize? Like, just issue a broad stroke and say something like that. Why would you do that? Note, I'm an expert when it comes to both countries. Of course, this is his. He has experience, he has years of lived experience doing business with both. Case study, he talks about BitConnect. How maybe some people forgot and they wouldn't even know how to pronounce the founder's name of BitConnect, and how the founder is living the high life. If Mr. Satish Kambani got apprehended on film by law enforcement or local authorities, if he was apprehended on film, on the internet, you could see it. It's out there somewhere. How do you know if he's not incarcerated? How do you know when he was released? How do you know that he is living the high life today? How do you know this? But this is what this man will say. And that most of us can't remember his name or even pronounce it. Then he goes on to say, in India, there are 1.2 billion people with exactly the same surnames. Ever meet a Patel or a Gupta or a Singh? Yep. There's literally tens of millions of people with these surnames. Russia is similar. Lots of quote unquote Ivan, Ivanovs. What? Both places have massive fraudulent black money networks that make laundering criminal proceeds easy. You know, it's like you're speaking about Russia and India as if that's the only two countries in the world that get busy with fraud. The only two countries in the world that are known for corruption. What is he talking about? But we understand what this is relating to. But I gotta keep talking, keep breaking this down. Let me just read through this thing before I break this down, because I want to just jump on this and just tear it up. It's easy to blend in and be forgotten, he says. Nobody's gonna care that you robbed a bunch of people overseas. In fact, they're gonna be impressed with your wealth and cunning. They will call you sir. They view you as smart for taking money from wealthy Westerners who don't need, excuse me, let me just put it like this, who don't need it as much as they do. Arguably, this is true. Life is miserable and wages are terrible in these places. Russians live off of about $1,000 per month. Indians can be paid as little as $1 to $2 per day. Okay. My goodness, man. Let me keep reading this. The Indian and Russian governments don't care so long as the crime happened somewhere else. Culturally, pursuing wealth is often seen as a zero-sum game. So even smart people in these places act criminally. Smart people in the West become lawyers, doctors, scientists, and engineers. They don't need to be crooks to do well. So anytime you put trust in a dev team based out of places like India and Russia, you need to factor in this risk. Demand that they verify their contracts and don't let them have permissions that rug your staking. We're going to go back. 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 This whole part right here, let's jump around like House of Pain. We're going to jump around like House of Pain. I jump around, jump up, and get down. It's easy to blend in and be forgotten. Does this person not sound like he's talking about himself? I don't know. I must be off. Am I talking crap? I do. I talk crap. I do. I'm sorry. I do. It's what I do. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Just it's what I do. But here, it's easy to blend in and be forgotten. Nobody's gonna care that you robbed a bunch of people overseas. This is what I mean about, like, he does these things when, if you're not careful, if you're not a thinking person, people, like, you have to, what he does is challenges you to think critically for yourself. The way this man talks and formulates his ideas, he forces you to think. And if you don't think, you'll be in a whole lot of trouble. Right? If you can't poke holes through some of these things that he's saying, some things I agree, most I don't. Like this stuff right here, if you don't call, this is a form of gaslighting like the kids say, the best forms of gaslighting that I could think of. Like right here, this is crazy to me, man. You could apply this in the US. You could apply this to different parts of the world, different countries all over the world. Why are you signaling India and Russia? Is because of the foolishness that took place with 9mm over the weekend, man. It's because of that. But before you don't throw stones in a glass house. Why are you doing this? And then he wonders why. He wonders why. So many people in the community. Maybe he doesn't even care because, like he said, nobody's going to care that you robbed a bunch of people overseas. Why do you think so many people in this community don't really care for him or anything they got going on? Am I lying? Many people are afraid to talk. They're reserved. It's not their style. It's not their personality. I get it. I'm not here to try to stir some nonsense up. I'm trying to look at things and identify based on what people present on the internet. That's what I've been doing. Like I said, when he said that thing in the 7-hour stream about breaking RH Maxis, I'm like, what are you talking about? He lied about it, said he never said it. Why would he say it? Okay, that talks to me about character. Why should I believe anything you say moving forward, especially dealing with money? That was simple. All you could have said was, yeah, I said it. I didn't mean, all I meant was blah, blah, blah. You know, be a man. You do things in blackface. Blackface. You hide behind an avatar in blackface. Yes, I do. I don't show my face. But if you look at my earliest videos, I've shown my face. So it's because I'm not doing anything to harm anybody, to dealing with any money, creating launches or nothing. I just do what I do for the love of doing it. Not hiding that way. I'm not creating contentious relationships with people where they have to clap back, literally threaten your well-being, threaten you, threaten to induce physical harm. Why do you think that even is? Like, it was so crazy. It was one of the people, one of the leaders on that 7-hour call had to ask him directly and say, hey, Buck, the people in the chat or the people in the comments, you know, why do you think they're saying the things that they're saying about you in an unfavorable way? And what did Buck do? He asked him. He asked the gentleman from Maximus, not the developer, the other guy. What's his name? Golke. Ask Golke. Because Golke brought it up. He said, no. Golke, when Buck pushed back and said, what are they saying? Tell me what they're saying. And Golke was like, no, be honest. Be honest, Buck. Why do you think these people are saying what they're saying about you? Why do you think they're giving you this pushback? This resistance to your messaging. What was Buck's retort? If you can't give me an example, that means what they're doing that you think is unfavorable towards me is being done in bad faith. Has nothing to do with anything being done in bad faith. It's about people not taking onus and accountability for the words that they say and the actions that's supposed to correspond with what they're saying. And if there's a disconnect there, that's more of an issue. But it's people not taking accountability for what you're doing and what you're saying. If you say, okay, yes, I understand. Folks can misunderstand me. I understand that I could come off as a pompous jerk, right? I understand that I'm difficult to deal with. I get it. Then maybe you could foster a bridge, a connection there where someone can meet you where you're at and say, okay, I get it now. It makes more sense, especially if money's involved. You're being accused of being a criminal, a criminal, engaging in criminal activities. This is what you've been accused of these last 14, 15, 16 months. That you're a racist. Right? That whole thing with the Illuminati, Hex Illuminati, Cantillon group. Where do you think that comes from? The whole year long of screenshots, plastering all over Twitter timeline and this and that, and how this guy, you know, they just nefarious, doing nefarious, shady things being tagged to the SEC and FBI with your name, with his name attached to it. This is your so-called beloved leader who called the 7-hour spaces, who, when you hear cabal, who do you think of? Do you not think this person is... I'm sure 99% you have to be a no coiner or living under your MetaMask wallet, like it had been in a dark, to not identify when you hear cabal and not have this person identified as one of the main key players, if not the head of the cabal, because of the way he carries on. He's carried on for the last better part of since Pulse Chain launch. And I've heard even before, during the early days of Hex, he was an antagonist the whole time. You telling people it's easy to blend in and be forgotten in India and Russia, that the people will call you sir. They view you as smart for taking money from wealthy Westerners who don't need it as much as they do. Arguably, this is true. Life is miserable and wages are terrible in these places. Russians live off of about $1,000 per month, and Indians can be paid as little as $1 to $2 per day. Now, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Are you not indirectly making reference to U.S. investors? Do you not think that a bulk of the monies that were thrown at these sacrifices, including his project, let give or take, I don't know. I could only surmise. I could only assume. And I know that could be me making an ass out of you and me. Who cares? But do you not think that a nice chunk of the support came from U.S. soil, came from people who live in the U.S. or U.S. citizens or U.S. whatever you want to call it? You don't have to be, living in this country. You could be living abroad and be from the U.S. and be deemed as Westerner. You think scamming doesn't originate here either? It's just so polarized. Just that's the top 2 countries of the world. That's the implication. That's crazy. I would feel like crap if I was from those 2 places, and then y'all are quiet about it. Like push back, like who is he? People said they know where he's at, and it's not even in the U.S. Why do you think people will take such an interest to track you down? Right? If you haven't made a whole lot of enemies. The deflection is crazy. Like, I don't like what Tang Gang has done as far as the meme. The meme did they had a meme of Westcott Crypto. Like, I didn't like what they did there. I didn't like that. I didn't care about whatever multi-marketing anything they had going on. I didn't care. I mean, like things at some point when you draw the line, you go above, you go overboard. It's like it's out of it. Forget it. I got nothing. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care about what they got going on. Their tokens, nothing. It's not my interest. It doesn't interest me. Doesn't. But if I could see for real that no one got scammed after what they got going on, okay, I give them credit for that. Whatever, I give them credit for that. But I won't forget the immature, the childish, infantile behavior of you trying to clap back. You're a bunch of grown adults. You can't have some civil discourse. You resort to, behaviors of children, hurling insults, ad hominems, and offensive meme images and all this stuff. I mean, what is that? But that's what they do. And then they don't understand why they have the toxicity adjective connected with them. But even with them, I do understand their vitriol towards pH balance and everything. pH, buck and pH, everything pH related. I do get it. I'm not defending them in that sense. I'm recognizing things for what they are. Because on another level too, because they allowed their emotions to take over, they allowed their I'm talking about the Tang gang, they allowed their emotions to just take over themselves. Like, you got to control yourselves, people. You can't be going on the internet in the spaces talking about you putting things in people's mailbox. Like, come on, man. People gonna take that and run with it and will always hold that over your head. It doesn't even matter how wrong, how wrong or even criminal or fraudulent you want to accuse somebody else of being. The fact that you jumped out the window and crashed out that way on the internet dilutes anything you had against your opposition. And they're looking at y'all crazy now. And it's even more reinforced now because of this whole debacle with 9mm. And now they're bringing this narrative about India. What are these people about? Like, in other words, what is this guy? What is the purpose of these people right here, man? What is the purpose here? That's why I say in the beginning when I started this, I said, listen, focus on what matters, focus on what counts, dismiss the distractions. Don't allow the nonsense you hear to interfere with your decision making. It can change your mood. It can force you to do something that you might regret, like sell right before it's time, right before you need it for yourself. You never know how high this market, or when this market is going to pump, the way that we're all entitled, the way that we're all waiting for, eagerly waiting, eagerly anticipating. But when you listen to rhetoric in the interim, in the short term, like what these people are trying to, this propaganda, how useful is this? Man, if I was from Russia, if I was from India, I'd be on fire. Like, who the hell does this person think he is to talk all this crap? And where are you hailing from? Because everybody would like to know, wherever you're hailing from, is there no corruption there? There are no scammers there? Why? Because the scale is much larger in these other places. There are plenty of places across the globe where people do what they do, and they're good people too. And to say, what's crazy is to say smart people in the West become lawyers, doctors, scientists, and engineers. They don't need to be crooks to do well. Smart people, this is what he's saying. Like, the Indian and Russian governments don't care so long as a crime happens somewhere else. Culturally, pursuing wealth is often seen as a zero-sum game where someone always ends up losing. The earliest people get the most, and everybody else towards the end gets nothing. The dribs and drabs. So even smart people in these places act criminally. Even smart people in India and Russia act criminally, as if smart people in the United States don't, as if smart people in Europe don't, as if smart people in Asia don't, as if smart people in Australia don't, as if smart people in Africa don't act criminally. What is your point? Smart people in the West become lawyers, doctors, scientists, and engineers exclusively. You're saying, how? Break this down. What is he talking about, bruh? This is your leader that y'all be, rallying behind. This is your leader. Y'all crying about builders not being supported by the RH Maxis. That has nothing to do with anything. That's more propaganda. That's more propaganda. Because no one can stop anybody from building anything. It's been propaganda from the start. Can y'all not see? Can y'all not open your eyes? I can't see the chat right now. I'm building. I can't see the chat with y'all right now. You know, the steam is coming from, you know what I'm saying, my forehead, and my eyes are, my glasses are foggy. They're already janky. Glasses are janky already as it is, man. So, you know. But look, come on, folks. What are we talking about? Yo, you can't make this up. He's telling you in plain sight. He's telling you like what he stands for, what he's about, what he believes. He's describing to you who he is in so many words right here. It's easy to blend in and be forgotten. Nobody's going to care that you robbed a bunch of people overseas. When the rumor, and I don't like to deal with gossip, but early last year, even before Pulse Chain launched, in certain Telegram groups, people were saying that you weren't in the United States. Since then, and people think that you robbed folks from, you know, with your sacrifice phases, to the point where people even gave you notice, and you added a disclaimer. For example, for your PHUX weird system, and these names that you attach to your products, these hypersexualized branding connotation. I don't know who you're appealing to, and you have supposed to have all this years of finance experience and finance and this and that and whatever. People need to be careful who they associate with, man. Especially individuals who claim to be leaders who've gotten millions and millions of dollars, and would say that what I'm doing right now is in bad faith. Would say that, oh no, believing in staking long term, believe in delayed gratification, not trying to support anything non-RH related, is doing things in bad faith. This is a man who said he does not believe how the T-share rate can improve the price of HEX. This is your leader who believes the T-share rate, he does not believe the T-share rate can improve HEX price in the future. And told that to developers who created derivative products for HEX. And even one of the derivative product founders, I asked, and they said maybe Buck was right. So in other words, Buck defecated on his project that everyone uses or doesn't use because it's tied to the HEX T-share rate. Because he believes in Buck's rhetoric. But when I say something like, you know, I understand I could get impassionate. It is what it is. This is what we're doing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because when I say something, nobody cares. He's just embittered, you know, dismissive, whatever. Cool. I'm not here to, like, you know, I don't know what people think these things. Like, I'm not here to build some kind of like popularity off of lies, off of deception, off of trickery, off of being disingenuous, dishonest. I'm not here for that, folks. Haven't been here for that. It's not what I do. I question questionable things. That's it. Because this is who I do this for as well. You know, I do this for my family. I do this for people who I've onboarded. They brought things to my attention, not my family, because they laughed at me. They said, I'm getting scammed, man. Don't get scammed, man. They believe I got scammed, man. They believe I got scammed. They laughing at me. It's cool. I take it on the chin. Like what else am I supposed to do? Emergency end stake? No, I'm not doing that. But when my onboard pulls me aside and say, "Hey, Wonder, what's all this going on?" and I look and I'm like, you're not, most of the time, 90% of the time. So don't worry about that. Focus on your plan and all this and that. It's like you're giving a person financial advice without giving them financial advice. That's why it's a weird position to be in. But this is what I tell them. Like, listen, chill, dismiss the distractions. You don't want to be deep in this thing like I am. And I'm not even that deep in, but I'm deep in enough to see this on the screen. And I'm like, oh no, get out of here. What is this guy talking about? Because you have a vendetta against a group of people who don't like you to the point where you have to now disrespect entire countries, entire cultures. To what end? To prop yourself up as what? As some type of fake savior? What type of morals are you standing on? Like, what do you mean? What is this? Propaganda. That's what that is. You want to talk about doing things in bad faith, would project outwards. Meanwhile, you have to go inward. Don't transfer your nonsense outside of you. Keep it in and address it. Because I listen to this people. You got to listen to what people say and hear what they don't say. This is a critical skill that you all have to find a way to develop. Because when you're dealing with the internet, you're dealing with monies on the internet, programmable money, blockchain, crypto, DeFi, you're dealing with all that stuff. Everyone wants a piece of your action, wants a piece of your bread, wants a piece of your crypto, wants it from you. They could care less about what happens to you afterwards. They want it from you. That's what's been going on here, folks. This is rhetoric. This is gaslighting. This is trying to break the the back end of what Russia and India. Who are you? They say you in Australia. What do you have to say about Australia? Oh, I'm sure you don't have anything crazy to say about that, right? Or wherever you are. Who care? I don't care. But like, to say something like that? Nah, man. All these things are weird. All these things. No. Don't make mistake. Turn the focus on you. The spotlight needs to remain on the person, on him. Who's giving this? Who gives this person, kudos? And then is self-proclaimed expert. I'm an expert when it comes to both countries. This is what he says. When you rug from places like India and Russia, you get away with it. How do you know that? You watch documentaries. You watch the Lifetime channel. What? National Geographic? Vice? Whoa. How do you know when you rug places like India and Russia, you get away with it? Like you speak with such confidence. Oh, I note. I'm an expert when it comes to both countries. I have years of lived experience doing business with both. Case study. The founder of BitConnect, Satish Kambani, committed a $2 billion fraudulent actual Ponzi, and he's living the high life there, and you're not. And so, right, Robin, I need my, you know what I need, right? Yeah, I know. I got you back from Crypto Wonder. You were being bad. He fired you, rightfully so, because you were mine, Robin. Go make me my pumpernickel bagel. I don't drink coffee, Robin. My cinnamon tea, Robin. Oh no. Let's echinacea. Yeah, I'm coming down with a little and put some ginger in that. Yeah. Robin, be quick. Okay, so most of you probably can't even remember Satish's name, let alone pronounce it. In India, they're about 1.2. What are you talking about? Be careful, people. I keep saying that. I won't stop saying it. It's just about awareness. It's just about be careful. I like to be, listen, listen, man. Who wants to see somebody get in trouble? I don't. Unfortunately, when I got into crypto 2017, a lot of people kept getting in trouble. A lot of people kept getting arrested, right? A lot of people were thrown in jail. Even OGs of old that I didn't even know about, and new people who were just not like unsuspecting, new, who came into a platform like so-called like BitConnect, not so-called like BitConnect, and got in trouble and stopped streaming and got scared. Oh yeah, there was infighting going on among regional promoters, regional and international promoters. Yeah, BitConnect overshadowed Dash in the coin market cap listing. They beat Dash. Dash was number 6. Dash was number 6 and BitConnect was number 5. Dash got salty, and this was before CZ bought coin market cap. Dash complaints to coin market cap and had BitConnect drop down from the $2.2 billion market cap to something like $500 million. So they dropped down to like at under 20, 21, ranking 22, something like that. A lot was going on in 2017. A lot was going on. A great deal of, you want to talk about scams. My goodness. ICO was just a little compliment to the nonsense that was going on. High yield investment platforms, high hypes, all kinds of gambling trash projects that would come out today and run off and rug tomorrow. Lending platforms up the wazoo before Salt. Salt is just some kind of whatever. We talk about the grimy gutter lending platform model that BitConnect introduced. That carried on for the end throughout the end of 2017. A good 30 to 40 platforms forked, like did the same thing. You would call it fork now, but duplicated what BitConnect did. Like a good 40 projects, easy, paying 2.5% interest on your monies a day. People were making a killing. Western Coin, Ether Coin, Lend Connect, Forza, Regal Coin. So many, I even lost Devor Coin, all these coins. I have no idea. This was before the proof of weak hands mania, before the hourglass contract mania on Ethereum, the 80-20 Pareto principle hourglass P3D madness. It was before all that. But you're going to disrespect an entire country of people and say, oh, Westerners, the smart ones. What was that foolishness he said? What was that foolishness? This guy crazy, man. Smart people in the West become lawyers, doctors, scientists, and engineers, as if people in India don't and people in Russia don't. And as if you don't have corruption in the West. South America. Are you serious? South America. Let's get Central America, North Canada. What are we talking about, man? Whoa, folks. Am I missing something? We gonna get this thing off the screen, man. I feel this is like corrupting my stream right now, man. We can't be sharing this no more, man. Can't be sharing this no more, man. No, we can't be sharing this no more, man. Come on, man. It's corrupting my stream. What we doing, man? This is crazy, man. Actions speak louder than words in so many cases, man. That actions speak louder than words. Feel weird. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. We can't be doing can't be we can't be doing that, man. Hold on 1 second, people. 1 second, people. Yeah, we can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. The unmitigating gall. See what y'all talking about, man. I'm seeing y'all just laughing. That's all y'all doing is just laughing. Are you gonna read him saying we need to change the name Pulse Chain to Trump Chain? Oh, see, B Weezy, man. B Weezy, you on one, man. You on one, man. Yeah, my favorite person. Yeah. My favorite person. You know, to be honest with you, he must be outside of crypto. He must be a crazy. He must be all right to talk with, like, the ideas and to laugh and jokes and stuff. But crypto, nah, it's the opposite. You can't trust it. No way, no way. You know what I mean? Like, maybe outside of crypto, you know, have him eat his pumpernickel wherever he is. He has his cream cheese and pumpernickel, and I'll have, my cinnamon raisin far away, and salute far away. But at crypto, no. Z, I see you 55. What's going on? FK was Shilling Gifford. OMG. All right, this I can't. We're at a point right now where we're gonna look back at this time, especially when the bull market really rages. Let's say, like, I'm envisioning, to be honest with you, at the end of this year for everything to start rolling, right? Like November-ish, December, for things to start rolling and continue well into 2025, right? We're gonna look back at these times, man. I don't know what these coins are gonna do. Some Clifford, I don't know what Clifford's gonna do. I don't know what the alien coin is gonna do. I don't know what these other, but we all are anticipating the core. That's what matters, man. I'm sorry, that's what matters. Everything else is just a wing and a prayer. Just like the core coins, it's a wing and a prayer, but it's a safer wing and a prayer. I understand people are mad. You didn't know that there was admin keys for Pulse Chain? You didn't know? I mean, PulseX? You didn't know that? Why are you bringing that up now? Because y'all mad because 9mm debacle. Like PulseX, people understood that there was an admin. You had to have admin key. You had that was understood. He couldn't avoid it. He talked about it during his streams, during testnet, right? I believe the bridge too. I don't know, but he talked about these things. He said it's not a secret. They're like, oh, wait till you find out Sack Daddy also has admin keys. We knew that. We knew that already. Anything else? Did you fix your V1 bug? Nobody cares. Anything else? Well, your block explorer leaves so much to be desired. Guess what? Nobody cares. Really? What else? Only you care, and whoever like you care. But are you guys moving the needle with your concern trolling? Are you moving the needle? No, you're not. Yo, Westcott, I see you, but it's a community among thieves. It's nasty work, man. Community of thieves, nasty work, man. You said it too, sir. You said it, man. The community is the worst thing that happened to Pulse Chain. Yo, he didn't lie. Yo, Wes, you said the community is the worst thing that happened to Pulse Chain. How about you didn't lie? Like some members of but at this point, it's just the majority of the people in the community are the worst thing that happened to Pulse Chain, man. you can't keep people from coming and going, but guess what, man? The bad ones, man, we want nothing to do with the bad people over here, man. Man, J Boog, can't shake us out. We Gucci. Nah, they can't shake us out. They can't. It's impossible. Just like we can't shake them out. Right? It's twofold. That's the thing that people have to get and understand. People say, "Oh, kick them out, kick them out." They can't. It's impossible. The same way we can't be shaken out, they can't be shaken out unless they decide or we decide we've had enough and we go, blah, blah, blah. But no one could just force you to leave. What does that even look like? There's no centralization entity, right? Pulse chain, OnlyFans police, or OnlyFans bouncer, not allowing you to watch some glowing areolas. You know what I mean? The bouncer just kicks you out off the line. We're not doing that. That's not existent. You know what I mean? Like, people crazy, man. With the Kabbalah pieces of I'm trying to like curb my cursing today. And B Weezy is just on 100. B Weezy just got up and he's just on 100. As he always is. Bless his heart. B Weezy says, BB, by the way, I can't even read. The Kabbalah pieces of crap. They were calling Too Spooky a good guy despite all the shit he did to you. Yeah, it's I didn't like, that's why I don't really talk about them. I don't like how they disrespected and violated Wes. Sorry, not sorry. Like y'all come on, man. Come on, man. And then to be like, oh, you did. In the beginning, I kind of saw where they were going. I'm like, okay, cool. But the immaturity and these people went overboard with the disrespect. Like, come on, man. You don't have to agree with maxis and stuff like that. But then you putting images of people getting violated or raped. Stop, bro. Like, what is that? You're supposed to be adults. This is what adults do. Supposed to be now you're supposed to be an example of some good thing that you represent on Pulse Chain. But this is what you're doing here. Come on, man. You could have differences of opinion. Handle them like adults. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah. Maxis are the devil. Yeah, it's bad faith. That's what they call bad. Doesn't make sense. You don't have to like RH. Nobody cares if who likes RH or not. Pulse Chain is still here. Pulse Chain, the coins are here. Like, it's just, what are you about? What are we about? What are you? Why are you here? As a person, as an individual, that's the question. Are you listening to people like Buck disrespect your Indian heritage or your Russian heritage? You're gonna listen to the double talking spin that people like that talk about? We understand. That's another thing that's kind of weird. It's a little strange. Oh, Blind Royalty, I see you. Wow, the placating is real and bold. Yo, you see? I'll let y'all tell it. Like, am I missing something? It can't be just me. I know I got my craziness. I own up to my foolishness and my flaws. But my goodness, man. We dealing with this day by day. Even if we're off the internet, we're still dealing with this in some shape, form, or fashion. Especially if we didn't sell. If we didn't sell, we in it to win it. We're dealing with this day by day by day. Yes, these people, they're bad actors. Yes, they're people that's just going to continuously sell until they can't sell anymore on everybody's heads. We get that. We get all of that. Yes, the rumor, people always saying, oh, yeah, they're waiting for Richard Hart to pump. If that's a rumor, then everybody waiting for him to pump. So what's the problem? Oh, Sack Daddy, 99% down and this and that. Prove everything. You can't, right? So relax. No, but people are just so unhappy. They're so disturbed within their own lives, within themselves, that they want to see that mirrored onto the internet. They want to see other people, right, reflect what they feel inside so they could feel better about themselves. Don't be a part of that. Don't fall into that. These traps. These people have millions. They receive millions of dollars, and you writing crazy, like he said, bold rhetoric like that. This is what you do with your time. This is what you do. Did it cost $10 million to create your 4 different sexually sexualized branding protocols, fake protocols? I don't like the word protocol to sound like it's something important. These GMX forks, copy of a copy. Isn't the fork of GMX on Pulse Chain anyway? You decided to fork that again. I am mad at you. You got first movers advantage in principle. You did your thing. You hustled your way and got over $10 million for your projects. You already got your X's. You don't need a 10,000 X. That's why this same individual talks about valuation, and he doesn't see in the next bull market for Hex or PulseX or Inc. to do anything more than a 20X, than a 10X. Of course he's going to say that because he got millions. And he's telling you, right, India and Russia is just for scammers. It's filled with scammers. This guy has millions already. You're not getting any X's. Meanwhile, he got the X's. You all who sacrificed for him gave him the X's. Understand how this is. It's not me talking. It's what it is. You gave them the X's. You gave Liquid Loans the X's. You gave Mintra the X's, right? Power City the X's. The whole PH thing, the X's. You gave them the X's. You gave them the X's. Everybody else that I just want to forget about after a while, right? I just want to forget about the rest of the sacrifices, 100%. Because now the thing is, you're going to wait till the bull market to prove how good they are. If they couldn't be good to you in the bear market, what makes you think they're going to be good to you in the bull? Like, it's just weird to me, man. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have it all off. What monies did they make? Did anybody who sacrificed in these, you know what I'm saying? We all waiting. We all waiting. But don't pretend like your project was so much needed, so needed. And I think Richard Hart did a mistake talking about you could do leverage here now, leverage there now. You know, I think that was a mistake because he gave them an indirect pat on the back. But that's me. Maybe at least, you know, he just did that to show that, because he used to always say, I wish somebody could create something to short Hex. They took hold of that and ran with it. So as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a first mover, all right, I give you that. But being a jerk and an asshole and talking baseless rhetoric, insightful gaslighting, like people say, trying to kick people's back in, especially folks from countries that probably the same countries that bought and sacrificed into your projects, and you talking shit about their homeland, that's crazy. As if your homeland is void of scams and corruption. Where are you from? Is where you from, Batman, void of corruption? I have a feeling your assistant there, Robin, I think he had good intentions, because I saw him on the stream when he streamed with Pulse Nation first in the daytime before you got on, Buck. When he was streaming with the guys, it seemed like, you know, you could tell some, you know, you get a sense where, yeah, he ain't trying to rob people, like, you know, but he got caught up with you in the dark side. He just went to the dark. You like Darth Vader, right? And you can't even teach Robin how to use the Force. The Luke Skywalker, you're not even teaching Luke how to use the Force. All you do is dismiss Yoda. Yoda is Richard Hart. You just think what Yoda's about is nothing. He just abandoned the chain or whatever, and y'all need to rally to lead everybody else to where? To slaughter? Come on, bro. LaDania Moore, I see you. Cookies or chocolate, what's going on, man? She said, I'm quite late. No, you're not. No, you're not. Listening to what people say and hear what they don't say. Great insight, Crypto. Appreciate it. Yep, for sure. That's what we have to do. Listen to what folks don't say. Dr. D. Raj, I see you. Doc, I thought you were streaming this morning, actually. But I saw it was for the 3rd. I got it. Whose post with that? That was good old General Batman from Buck Fiat. Buck Fiat, PH people. Yeah, you know. It was too long on the screen. It was too long on the screen. I was just thinking that I don't give that guy even 5 seconds of my time. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Don't want to podcast. We up in here, big dogs running the building. You already know Al Merlos in the building, man. Long-time supporter. Salute Al Merlos. What we doing? Been through the ringer, but we still here. Hell yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. T-shares, nobody cares. T-shares, bang, bang. Bang, bang, T-share, T-share, T-share. Make sense? Quick math. Charles Ponzi wasn't a talk about it, Doc. You see? Doc, this is why I have the fire. I have the fire. Every time I stream, it's the most fire chat comes through, man. Every time I stream, the most fire chat comes to my stream. I'm leaving that right there, Doc. I'm gonna read everybody else's thing, but I'm leaving that post right there. That I'm just leaving it. Exactly. Where did Ponzi come from? Then the man mentions it he mentions it. He mentions it in the post too. You can't make this up. The second sentence, he said, in the second paragraph, he said, the founder of BitConnect, Satish, committed a $2 billion fraudulent actual Ponzi and is living the high life in India. How do you know that he's living the high life? And number one, number two, Ponzi started in America from Charles Ponzi. My goodness, man. Yeah, it is. It is. Just, again, it just rests on what you decide to do, Because it's hard. It's hard to call this a community. It's hard to call this. This is a community, but not the type of community we like. Wait, let me put that. Charles Ponzi was it? Look. That's just so relevant. Those Steezy, what's going on? Those Steezy said people trying to turn crypto into a team sport while it's clearly a solo sport. Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's just you and the coins and the chains that you like, and the dexes, right? And your wallet. That's it. Yes, RH was against his own principles, talking leverage. Good. I also thought that was that was kind of weird. But I guess he was just, I don't know what he was. I can't even speak for him. That really just. Hey guys, we can leverage now. We can leverage. Don't get scammed, man. I don't work for you. You want to see something done? You do it. You do it. I'm the giving tree. You could leverage. You could do leverage now on Pulse Chain. Ethereum Bros. Ethereum Bros. Bring your heroes here to die. To die. Bring your heroes here to die. Don't get scammed, man. Crypto Wonder, you got scammed, man. See, I don't appreciate that, man. I don't appreciate it. And you know what's the craziest thing too about that whole fiat business, right? Buck, fiat, and all them. You know what annoys me about them the most too? And I talk so much mess about this guy too, man. It's because, like, what he played with the I can't even fix my face and even say it, man. You know what I'm saying? The little airdrops were crumbs, and they made it seem like they gave so much value. Well, the valuation during the the airdrop phases during the delineation of the approximation when I was giving the allocations of the airdrop. You know what I mean? We just gave millions of dollars worth of value, and I don't see the community being appreciative of that. I don't. It crumbs. It was crumbs. Okay, I couldn't even buy a 2-liter soda on sale from Walmart. That's how minuscule. Yeah, and you act like y'all doing something. Act like y'all doing something. Everybody don't have the millions of dollars that they receive from the sacrifice like y'all. Don't act like you were rich before you got the sacrifice. They act like they were rich before they got the sacrifice. Yeah, right. You mean to tell me them guys from Liquid Loans they were balling? And listen, man, some of the people in even some people in the so-called cabal are mad at one another. You could tell people are pissed off, man. They arguing, man. People are wondering what happened with Liquid Loans. Why you're not spending? What you doing with the money? They're like, you got the $50 million. You got the $50 million. Why didn't I see you in the event in Singapore? Huh? What are you guys doing? That's fire to me, man. See, people, wheels are turning. Folks are realizing what's what. That's fire to me. Ask those questions. Yes, you got $50 million. You should be all over the world. Any event going on, crypto, DeFi, Pulse Chain, you need to be there. And I ain't even mad at Maddie for hitting y'all up for 10 racks. They asked Maddie on the spaces, Maddie, how much did you charge for, sponsorship, this and that? He said the same as Mario Nafal on spaces. Same as, I ain't mad, yo. You got 50 mil. What you doing with the money? You moving it around. People following your wallets from Binance too. They're following your wallet. This is what happens, man. This is what happens. If they could do it to RH, they could do it to everybody else. They do it to RH. Them people this weekend were so pissed that the 9mm hack happened. They were like, yeah, but what about the V1 bug? They still, that's messed up, man. They're like, yeah, you mad now. We only got for 60,000. What about what? What about the 1 billion for Pulse X sacrifice? Yo, and people are pissed off. They're pissed off. They're like, yo, so yeah, we didn't verify the contract, but is Hex verified? We didn't verify the staking contract. After 16 months, you didn't have, let me say this. Nah, they weren't launched for 16 months. So fair enough. After all this promoting of 9mm, all this hardcore promoting, and the thing finally launched, and Pulse Chain out for how many? Almost at least a year, and y'all didn't. And devs, you got all kinds of technical expertise under your belt, all this expert, this and that, and your dev is so fire, and y'all telling everybody your thing is audited, everything is work, everything is good to go. Psych. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, everybody make mistake. Humble pie. Now they had to eat humble pie and deal with it. They have to deal with it. And many of them still don't know how to be humble. And that's who you want to represent you in your community and all that. So that's why I just stay over there. Do what y'all do. Do what y'all do, man. Good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. Bad vibes, bad energy, bad vibes. That's all that is, right? I try to be like, yo, listen, man, let me try to understand. But to me, the main focus is, yo, this guy went, the person I'm talking about today, like, yo, you now you trying to beat them down because of the 9mm. Now you trying to beat them down and deflect and talk about how India and Russia, because the dev is from India. So you putting the whole country on blast, like scammers from India. Nothing good comes from India. How disrespectful is that? And that's the thing. How many, they don't even know that they might have a lot of support from people from India who are investing in their projects. This is global. This is decentralized. And you see the nonsense these people are speaking with no shame, with reckless abandon. You might have Russian investors. What are you talking about? This is why people don't know who's listening. They don't know who's watching them. They don't know who's paying attention. They don't know who's listening. You need to respect everybody. You don't know who's who out here. You don't underestimate anyone in public, on the internet, just like that, without understanding, okay, there's consequences for what you say and what you do. And if a person is irresponsible and reckless like him, then he got to deal with consequences the way they come, however they come. But you can't be mad and crying and scared when you get exposed. And when people like the streamer Corey Casa was like, I don't see that when the whole thing with B Roots exposed the Cantillion group, and Corey Casa was like giving Buck drama, and Buck was like, oh, you gotta, no, help me. Look at the group for yourself. I will give you permission. Look at the certain group. Are we doing anything nefarious? Is there racism? All that? Why are you scared? Don't bumble and stumble now. Don't bumble. No. You weren't scared. You didn't scared issuing your messages. Don't be scared after the fact. Don't be scared after the fact. You quick to dish it, but you can't take it. Yeah. You quick to dish it, but you can't take it. That's how it is with him. Told B Roots, give B Roots an extensive message, an example for an apology. He asked B Roots to apologize, to make a formal apology on Twitter to the world. What apology can be made here? You think I'm ever gonna apologize? What's there to apologize? Who between him and I should be apologizing? Since when? For what? Huh? What? I didn't set this off. What am I apologizing for? There's nothing to apologize. You're asking grown men to apologize. And he gave an example of the apology. He wrote it out. This man ain't all there, yo. He gave B Roots a written example of what B Roots should say as an apology, yo. You want to talk about bold? And then he describes how the scammers from India and Russia are cunning. Huh? But who do you think he's describing by saying that? Huh? Who do you think he's describing? Huh? He's describing himself. Come on, man. What y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about? Oh, you were gonna stream today, Doc, but something came up, so I had to postpone. Oh, no problem, man. No problem, Doc. Fully understand. More like an asylum. Big GZ, Human Centipede projects, and all. I trust nobody. More like an asylum, yeah. Human Centipede projects. Yeah, man, you can't trust anyone. You can't. This is reality. Right now, one more person that I can't trust is Elon Musk. He's disrespecting my blue check. You really are disrespecting my blue check, and I don't like that. Though CZ says, I effing hate Buck. Nah, you good. You good. You good. Yeah, yeah, for real. I'd like to know what those guys are doing. You got $50 million. What are you doing in Singapore? Why are you not in Singapore in some of these events? I don't see these guys. I don't see them marketing. I don't see them promoting. I don't see them going to these events. Yeah, it's true though, right? We thinking we're just, other people feel similar. They feel that people feel what they feel. People feel what they feel. I told you when we were talking last time, I know firsthand how much love there is for Indians and crypto community. I hear you, Doc. You did say that. You did say that. And I also learned that too over the years. Uh I've had the pleasure of meeting a developer too. Um from India, and he broke a lot of things down for me as well. And even watching the crypto culture evolve, like, man, the stereotypes, right? The discrimination, the prejudice, all this nasty stuff. Meanwhile, the people that are quick to talk about it a lot are also doing things that are disingenuous, right? They're also doing things that are nefarious, hidden in plain sight, right? Trying and being accused of it, and being accused of it, and being tagged to the FBI and SEC. And this is what he can do. And he talks about how he was threatened. And that's the thing about the opposing side. Like I said to the opposing, y'all crashed out. You're weakening your position. You're weakening your position. My thing is eliminating the chances of you getting wrecked. That's all it's about for me. You coming in here, and all I've been talking about is reducing your chances of losing, being aware of what's going on, because all of this is risky. All we're trying to do is reduce the chance of losing and maximize our best opportunity to win with an element of luck involved. That's all. That's all. Because none of this even makes sense. We trying to make sense out of craziness, right? Right? We trying to. You can't even rationalize like what's going on half the time with these things over here. Man, you gotta keep things simple, and less is more. For sure, man. For sure. Thoughts Child in the building. What's going on? What's up, Thoughts? Thoughts Child in the building. They call Impulse the biggest billion-dollar scam in history as a cope. Yeah, it's easy to do that, right? To manage their feelings and feel a little better about this. People are hurt. They just hurt. The folks are hurt. I get it too, because it's hard. It's difficult to think about, right? And 2.2 billion or 1.6 billion, 1 billion. You can't claim that anymore. You can't claim that anymore, right? Think about like, I don't know. All of us who've worked, who've kept jobs. Think about all the monies we've been paid our entire lives up to today. I'm sure we would cry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it would be more than what we sacrificed if we sacrificed for Pulse J to Pulse X. Think about all the monies we've worked for and received in our lives up to today as adults, all of us. Yeah, it's gone. You can't get it back. Why am I going to think about X amount of dollars that I got in my lifetime up till now that I don't have anymore? Why am I going to let that, all the goods and services, all the jobs that I've worked, all the things that got, jobs that paid me, right? Years, decades. And if you add it up, I'm sure, right, it would overshadow, like the sacrifice I made would pale in comparison to the monies that ran through my hands in my life. So it's what it is. And it's not like we got robbed because the free airdrops came. Now it's about the value. We just waiting for the value to match. We're waiting for the value to match our personal expectations. That's all. And then Hex got verified out. Right. Right away. Right away. They would talk about Hex not verified. Hex not verified. Okay, verified. How about that? Verified not and what you gotta say, right? And people throwing rocks at each other. Separating the real from the fake, the cream from the slice. Those with ears to hear are quite acute now. 100%. This whole 3+ year experience, Rothschild says, has been like a slow burn of separating the real from the fake, the cream from the slice. Those with the ears to hear are quite acute now. 100%. 100%. Is B Roots hiding? El Merlos. No, I'm not talking about B Roots. I'm not talking about B Roots. I wasn't talking about B Roots. Merlos says to Tots, what up, player? The Kings are in. Lee says, Wonder, did you see his tweet about how we should start to market Pulse Chain as Trump Chain? Oh my goodness, bruh. As quick as I saw it is as quick as I dismissed it, to be honest. I saw a flash of that, and that was just like, as quick as I saw it is as quick as I dismissed it. Like, yeah, out of control, man. Out of control. Out of control. Hold on, I was here for all of it in the room and look alone attached. As a member of Cotillion, heard I already speak privately. I brought up interlopers and agents before any. I hear you. Yeah, you had direct experience. Thoughts. Your perspective is real unique among many of us, among most of us. Your perspective, for sure, very unique. Very unique. And you see, now that you say this, I'm thinking about this now. You were really like in the thick of things, right? Like you were in the thick of things. And what's messed up is, and then maybe it's not even messed up. Maybe it's not. It's just, are you saying that you've been saved? Because Liquid Loans, they got 50 mil. Them Cantillion people, a lot of them were sacrifice founders, right? Sacrifice founders, OG, Hex OG, got all this, sacrifice founders got millions and millions. They got money, right? And of course, if you heard RH speak privately, RH is RH. Man, you probably got saved from some foolishness, man. You never know. Monetarily, it's a different story, but as far as, I don't know, man. Like, because I don't trust nothing with Liquid Loans. I don't trust nothing with Power City. I don't trust nothing with those at all. Definitely not anything PH related. Nothing. I don't have the interest to even trust, right? I'm waiting to see Pulse Chain prove its validity over a period of time. I'm waiting to see Pulse X do what it's developed to do, as well as Inc. And I want to see the next cycle for Hex, on Pulse Chain and Ethereum. I don't have time to be thinking about no damn Liquid Loans. That's me. I just don't like how they rolled out everything either, and how they just basically bombarded the Pulse Chain Telegram group with their rhetoric. And when they get exposed, they're telling the viewers or the listeners at the time to go to the Liquid Loans. I thought these guys were like Hex OGs, man, until the second week when I'm listening to the Pulse Chain thing. My spider senses were tingling. Like, these guys are not about delayed gratification. One guy was talking about something about, He only sticks as long as maybe 6 months to a year. And that's when I knew, oh, this is not it. This ain't it. These guys are on some another type time. Walrus was talking too fast. And Jesse the pit boss, nah, bro. Nah. Wasn't, nope. Wasn't interested. If their projects work, okay, that's good. Don't make me any, never mind. Just don't rug the people. Don't rug the people. And they look like they were brand new, had no crypto experience whatsoever, and they're just repairing the plane as it's flying in the air. They're repairing, making improvements to the running train as it's running. Like, I'm hearing some issues, been hearing some issues about an Oracle, and it's just a lot going on, lot to leave desire. I don't support none of whatever they got going on, man. Because my whole thing was stop redirecting and taking the focus away from the people who've been enjoying the gains that Hex brought. Stop taking the focus away from Hex and bringing your focus onto whatever you have going on. Instead of siphoning, extracting, and drawing from the same pool of people, the same pool, go out, you really do some outbound marketing. But they didn't do that. They came over here and just parasites, like parasite and leeches, just drawed everything from within here that was already here. Meanwhile, that was just the beginning of the series of vampire attacks that started. That's been 3 years long already. 3 years long already, because we're in September. I think the September of 21 was when Liquid Loan started their sacrifice. 3 years later, yo, people are still drawing more and more and more and more from us, man. It's a bad trend. It's a trend that they try to copy from Richard Hart, but not understanding that they are not Richard Hart. They don't know what the man knows. They don't have the experience that he has. They don't know how to respect it. Even though Richard Hart could be a big pill to swallow, Richard Hart could be a little bit annoying. Yes, 100%. At times, they're not him. They're not him. They're not him. And they stirred up a lot of problems within the community. They stirred up a great deal of problems within the community. Sometimes people think not disclosing information is best, but in their case, transparency was everything, and they were not transparent enough. Especially when you ask them questions about weird stuff going on, it's deflection, left and right, redirection, all this stuff. What are y'all talking about, man? Everybody want to praise crypto for being so transparent, censorship resistant, immutable, etc., but transparent. Let's focus on the transparent. Let's focus on that. They were not. These people that would just jump ship. You stream one day, you see a streamer talk about Liquid Loans, then they decide to leave and go join Power City. Like, come on, be real, be real. You're already out here, you're already on the internet, you're talking to the same people. Oh, I'm on to bigger and better endeavors. I'm no longer gonna be an ambassador of an ambassador of LL, of an ambassador of the lieutenant of the ambassador of the LL. And then 2 days later, hey, I just joined Power City of the Power City of the Power City. You acted like you were leaving the country. You acted like you were going to join another corporation, live another life. And they did it to your grill, to our face. A lot of people got smoke with a lot of people. They got smoke with a lot of people, yo. They got smoke with a lot of people got smoke with people. Not just that they got, it's just what it is, man. If I could see it, many people could see it. Why I kept highlight thoughts thing this long? Wow, sorry. Also, if these folks are racist, if they speak facts that your project is flawed, oh well, yeah, right. Right. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Like their messaging gets lost, unfortunately, because you're exercising emotional immaturity versus emotional intelligence. If these on the real, let me just I can't even say it because this is the internet, man. I can't even say it, man. I can't even say it. You know when something is missing, you know when you see something unfolding in a group of people or a paradigm, something taking place, and you could kind of see what's missing and what may very well be needed to help people pull through and make something work. Oh man, the thing that's been missing in the situation has been missing the whole effing time, and it's not for me to tell you what it is. It's not for me to tell you already what it is, because I've already said what it was. But people don't listen. I can't I can't force you to drink. If any one of them listens to me, been listening to me for the whole time, on both sides, I've already shed so much. I told you what it is to get yourselves right, RH included. You know, you don't have to listen to me though. It's just life experience that I'm sharing. Like I'm older than RH. You know what I mean? I just don't have the perceived billions that he got. I got billions in other areas, you know? For sure. Value. I got, put it this way. I'm fortunate enough to say and count my blessings, because the blessings that I do have are priceless. Like, right? Are priceless, that even people who might have an abundance in material gains would trade everything they had, right, to have something that you have that is priceless, that they may want, and no material item can fulfill or replace. But I've shared a lot of information in these streams. And if you really paid attention, if they could really pay attention, they could have seen how things could go a certain way for them. But hey, man, I'm not going to repeat myself, give you details of what you could. Nah. And it's unfortunate because folks don't listen. People rather stand in their own way than to move out of their way, right? They rather, in other words, block their own opportunities and their own blessings to experience a breakthrough or to succeed, right? To break through some BS because they might feel that they have the answer. When it's always someone on the outside, not even always. A lot of times it's that refreshing set of eyes, that refreshing set of that perspective, that objective perspective that you hear that could have solved everything for you. But because people are too close-minded, they want to close their ears, remain fixated in their pride and ego. Oh, you just shut the door on yourself. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourselves. Sad to say, it sucks to be them. Sorry. And that's everybody non-RH related. You know what I'm saying? Like that, y'all wild out. Like y'all did all the crazy nonsense you did to each other, beefing with each other, blowing each other up in drama, blowing each other up proverbially on Twitter, on so all that nonsense. And what has it done for y'all? What has it done? Not a damn thing. In the voice of Chris Rock. Not a damn thing. Nothing has done nothing for them. Nothing. Nothing. Made you look all crazy. Made them all look crazy. Made Buck look crazy. Made Tang Gang look crazy. Made Pulse Chain look crazy. And for what? For what? Come on, man. Yeah, it's coming to a close, man. It's coming to a close. Ace the Alien said, T-share. Who cares? My stories about T Money and that abortion of a conference. Goddamn, my memoir is gonna be sick. Yo, I believe you. I believe you said the abortion of a conference. I believe you. ACL and T-Share, who cares? T-Shares, who cares? T-Share. It's precisely that. Yes, at the end of the day, there's an immutable code that functions. The rest is chud. Cookies is laughing. That's y'all from Ace to Alien. Ace to Alien. Fire. That's when I left. The Hex voice chat. Pit Boss and Walrus. Carpenter and the Walrus taking the oysters away. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. That chain Telegram voice chat was lit 24/7, but then it changed. I got scars and bars, my friend. That's what I got. PTSD and testimonials. Yo, the moment my cousin Jesse started a campaign in Pulse main Telegram, it was so fake. I gotta tell that story. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You do have to share when you're ready. Many of us will be ready and ready to hear your testimony on that for real. Yo, my heart was so ripped up when these effing Hex OGs, Motars decided to protect these demons like Toby, Juan, Silence, and Identity Block the entire fuck. We were trying to warn y'all, they gang hated. Yeah. Unfortunately, right? It's weird. You could tell, right? Like concerted efforts. Groups of people, right? Concerted efforts. Man. Concerted efforts. And then they will say, oh, they're here for builders. They're here to help builders. Other builders will talk about, well, I want to help other builders. No, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like you want to help other builders. And maybe it's supposed to be that way, that you want to help other builders. But how are you helping people, the end users that are buying into your lies, into your promises, your fake dreams, your fake plans and business plans and token launches and so-called products? It's like the doctor said, Charles Ponzi was an American, and you have the unmitigating gall and audacity to identify an entire country as being that of a scam. It's disgusting. And where do you hail from, sir? The U.S.? The U.S. is absolved. The U.S., the United States soil and hands are clean historically is absolved of any corruption, debauchery, right? No scamming takes place from anywhere else outside of Russia and India. Ridiculous, bro. That's the propaganda you hear from the likes of Mr. Batman, Mr. Buck, Mr. Pumpernickel Bagel himself. DJ Bomb says, what up, legends? What's up, DJ Bomb? This is why crypto's a solo sport. Yeah, you're right. You have to be your own censor. Do your own censor work. The wolves come in packs, and they make a lot of noise to drown out the Captain Save of Crypto Bros. Yep. Yep. Moondog says, love, light, prices, blessings. Y'all, ones you can't buy. You have to have values to enjoy. 100%. Thus, you just as guilty of protecting demons and pushing away believers. Check your speak. As much as other logs, bro, the speak affects you and your vision more for what it's worth. For some reason, you guys always end up in the back and forth, Moondog and Thoughts. I don't know what that's about, but blessings to all of y'all, to both of you and everyone in this chat. I am out of here, folks. Good luck to y'all. I'm not even good luck, man. Blessings. Be vigilant, be well, be strong. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.